Hi everyone, welcome to Success YouTube channel. So we are here to discuss the poem Edge by Sylvia Plath in American literature. So this poem was written before the 6 days of her suicide, and she suicides after preparing the breakfast for her children and placed near the bed. She suicides by turning on the gas. The death is something inevitable or unavoidable for her. So the poet is happy with her death. Through death, one can only enjoy loneliness, says by Sylvia Plath, and she compares her body as a petals of rose. That is, after her death, her body will no longer to belongs to her child. So we can move to the poem. This was just an introduction about it. So just move the poem. She says that she was in the edge of her life. Edge means at the end. Okay. So in this poem, we can see many autobiographical elements. In the first line, the woman is perfected. Here, perfected means long-term setbacks, disappointments and sufferings. By this way, a woman's life reached to a stage of perfection. She was created only to suffer and aspire. So here we can identify that society is very patriarchal and women have no importance in that society. Now the poet says she doesn't have anything to do in this world. It's time for her death. She was imagining that she was lying in a coffin. While lying dead, she smiles as a symbol of she had achieved something in her life. While writing this poem, she remembers some Greek mythologies. So here she justifies her suicide by saying that if there is a certain reason, there is no wrong in committing suicide. But we all live in a concept of God created us, only God has a right to kill us. Here the poet is justifying her death. So she says that she had traveled a lot. Now she was tired. The journey is referred as life. Okay, she means that she has suffered, despaired, and she was totally depressed in her life. So now she want to end her life. So Sylvia Plath has tried many attempts to suicide, and this was I told you earlier that this was written before 6 days of her suicide. So now she is tired, but she had overcome problems in her life, so she was completely tired in her life. So it's just a short poem. It discusses how she dies and what is the reason for her death. She says that death is something inevitable for her, and through death only one can enjoy the loneliness. And the only witness of her death is moonlight. So the moonlight doesn't have any sadness on her death because she doesn't think about what happens after her death. Okay, so moonlight doesn't have any sadness of her death because she had taken a strong decision that ends her life. So after her death, she was worrying about her children's. Okay, so they will be insecure and they will suffer in their life. No one will be taking care of them. So this was a poem, Edge, written by Sylvia Plath, and this was a suicide note of her. And the society is highly patriarchal here. The motherhood, we can see that themes is death, patriarchy, nature, motherhood. So motherhood is she worried about her two kids. After her death they will be alone. So this is a very small poem, and here we also want to notice that Sylvia Plath compares her body to the petals of rose. So after her death, the body will no longer with her children. So the children remain insecure. Okay. So thank you.